An invisible man sleeping in your bed. Who can you call? Not Zareth. You call me for something like that, and I'm gonna... Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Zareth Prevails. We have Datacrons here in the game, and I know that the last couple videos I've made have not been the most positive. I'm not convinced that Datacrons are going to be great for this game, and yet I'm still going to play it, and so we're going to give it our best shot, folks. I mean, maybe we'll like it. Maybe it'll be awesome. I'm not sure. We won't know until we actually play Territory Wars or GAC, of course. But we can start working on them and start planning around them. And that's what this is. It's just the initial look. I want to show you guys a few things. We have some charts that I want to show you. We're going to plot out what squads we want to use with Datacrons and stuff in the future. But for now, I just want to explore a couple things, kind of point out a couple small things that you guys might appreciate. I'm not sure. So, with that said, folks, let's jump into the game. Oh, we're already in the... Whoa, we started in the game? Madness. How do we start in the game? That's new. Here's the thing, guys. Datacrons have a daily shop. It's called the Datacrons shop, if you didn't know. And actually, I kind of had to chuckle at this. Data caches... I mean, that's how on the nose can you get? I mean, you spend crystals, you spend cash on this, you get some cash, data cash. So, I mean, that being said, you can still buy this as free to play. Now, I'm not saying that this is free to play friendly. I'm not making that assertion, to be clear, but you don't need, like, you can earn crystals free to play, is all I'm saying. So, it looks like, folks, looks like first off, it's expensive to get something up to level 9, like a level 9. I think someone was saying somewhere, if you don't do many rerolls, it costs anywhere, like somewhere around 10,000 crystals, something like that, to get one Datacron up to 100, or to level 9, is what I mean. And if you have to do a lot of rerolls, who knows? But, okay, so we've got crystals. I wouldn't recommend early on doing this as a daily store, so if I'm wrong, you guys won't be set back by too much, I hope, especially because this is just start of the exhibition season. So, it's, you know, not as long-lived as you might prefer, but... I mean, one thing that I will point out, so this acumen stuff, this is what is required to actually upgrade. Like you need the credits, the caches, you need cash, and you need the materials, which are the acumen. That's to upgrade your Datacron. So there's different levels of acumen, as you might imagine, just like modding, really. And then the alteration ones, guys, that's where you re-roll. That's the materials that you need to re-roll. And you can, but here's the thing, guys. So all of these have on the surface. I mean, it's hard to wrap your mind around how many of all of these parts you're going to need. And there's actually charts floating around. None of them are mine, and it looks like people want to take credit for it. So I'm not gonna actually show them on this video. I will say they've been floating around on my Discord server. So if you go join the Discord server, you can check it out. I think I put one in, or I saw one posted in general chat and stuff. But you know, it shows how much it requires to actually upgrade all of, you know, to upgrade all the way up to 9. You're gonna need millions of this cash, though, guys. And the Discord server, by the way, is in the video description. That's linked. You guys can go check that out. But anyways, there's 3 different ways you can buy all this stuff. You can use Shard Shop Currency, or Shard Store, whatever. I guess it's Shop. You can use crystals. And you can use ally points. Now, I haven't had the fortune of being able to... I need to find someone who can run the numbers for me on if these ally points are going to be a good buy. I kind of don't think they are, though, guys. I mean, 50k... I'm not saying that that's a whole lot, but at the same time, I mean, It's more than I want to spend on 500k. Like a million is not that much. 500k of these caches just doesn't cost that much. But 50k, like that takes days to accumulate for most people, and I would recommend not spending ally points yet, because especially if you have an auto clicker or hot utils or whatever, you can actually just buy. You can turn ally points into shard currency. And this is the one that I bought a lot of. I'm showing you guys my alt actually, because I already bought like basically everything on my main with this. So I wanted to show you guys actual prices. It looks decently affordable. I mean, well, I don't know if decently affordable is quite the right word. I think for right now, that's our best bet though, guys. It's the shard shop currency. So otherwise, I mean, it's a daily store. It's going to refresh every day. People saying that you're going to need a whole lot to be able to get to level 9, and that's good. I do think we're going to see some people with a lot of level 9s, and people are going to be spending a lot of money on it, at least initially. And if they like it, they'll just keep doing it, guys, because they have enough money to spend $100 per Datacron and then just throw it away in 3 months. It's crazy, but that's the world we live in. So, okay, next I want to show you guys well, I don't know if we can show you in this Conquest. My main account can do it, but I think my alt isn't quite there. Blame Sarah, folks. We're close though. Alright, so we have this optional bonus battle, and I did this on my main. Here's the thing, guys. Don't stop here. This is Sector 1. There's going to be an optional bonus battle at the end of all of these. And you're going to get materials. But it's not much. 1 to 5, 1 to 3. And, you know, some cash. Sometimes you get a whole Datacron. Woo! However, it gets better, folks. It really does. Here, I'll pull up this graphic, because the one that was linked to me didn't have any kind of issues. Yeah, okay. So, you guys can see. Here, we can even zoom in. Alright, so Sector 1, you can see here. Sector 1, you get somewhere between 2,500 and 60,000 of the currency. That's the cash that we keep saying. Acumen and alteration, you're going to get pieces of that. However, if you do the node at the end of Sector 2, comparatively, you get a whole lot. I mean, you could potentially just get one of all this stuff, but you still get like Alteration Mark 2 instead of just Alteration Mark 1. So you're going to be getting more stuff for that, and then it gets even better. Yeah, Alteration Mark 1, the minimum goes up to 3. This is in Sector 3, and you know the potential continues to climb. And once you get all the way to Sector 5, you're getting Acumen Mark 3, Alteration, and here's the thing, guys, it only costs a refresh. That's all it does. So I actually did paste this one. There's a Datacrons channel on my Discord server now, so check that out. I pinned it so that you guys, even if people are talking about Datacrons too much, you guys can always find that particular graphic. However, going all the way to Sector 5 and then spamming your attacks, that's going to be a lot better. Lot better off for you and yours, so keep that in mind. Now, one more thing I did want to show you guys is, what does it look like? What do these bigger Datacrons look like? I want to show you just a couple small things. Let's see, I have a slideshow here somewhere. Where the heck is it? There we go. Look at this fancy slideshow. It's not really a slideshow, but okay, so this is a level 8 Datacron, folks. So this is the most that anyone can get right this moment. And so I just want to point out, like, so level 8, I mean, What am I trying to show here? Oh, yeah, so they've got some health steal. You can see up top. My face is kind of blocking some of it. Yeah, there's a bunch of health steal here, bunch of health steal here on level 5, and then also look at how they stack potency. This is crazy, guys. So the range isn't just. It's not like, oh, there's a maximum amount of potency. It's just like, you can have as much as you want, so as much as you roll. So this 34%, almost 35% potency on the entire squad, combined with at level 7, you get another 53. I mean, dear lord, I mean that's like the whole squad gets 90% potency to start with, and all this health steal. It's a little crazy, guys. This is a lot, and I mean they get 20% extra protection, and then who knows what's going to happen when they roll. Here, let's go to the next one. So this is the same Datacron, just, you know, scroll down a little bit. So they got the Inquisitorious characters on the squad bonus, and so that means that the only one they can get for level 9 is going to be Second Sister, Fifth Brother, which, I mean, whatever. But you can reroll that if you want. You can see, even now though, you can see the number of, what, level 3 acumen and level 2 acumen. Pretty tremendous. For the final level, it costs 2 million to upgrade. And this person is at 50k, and they have spent all their currency to get to this point. So, will level 9s be common? I don't know. I think this is 2 days worth, maybe just 1 day, but maybe like, I don't know if they have their reset already, their restart. Maybe they already had it. If that's the case, maybe every 3 days after a season. Yeah, you could have like 10 of these, I guess. I don't know if it's gonna be worth it for 10 of them. Spend $1,000. I mean, some people truly don't care about $1,000 in a month, but I guess we'll see. Every 3 days, though, is what it's looking like for now. I mean, I guess that's just from the store, though. Once you get to Sector 5 and can really start pumping them out, you can get more. So, let's see. One other thing I thought I'd point out, folks. Let's actually scroll down a little bit. Sorry, you can see the game up top. Whoa, you can see the game. Here's the thing. All right, so this is my buddy Solo Base 15's, one of his. Now, obviously, it's only level 3, but this is really interesting. He was saying this is one that he might want to put on his Wampa, because look at the extra tenacity. That's always nice, right? If you're trying to face an Iden Versio team or whatever who has a ton of potency, your tenacity is going to be helpful. And then with Wampa, health steal is also a really nice stat to have, followed by this mechanic. Whenever dark side allies start their turn, so that's just going to be Wampa in this case, for each enemy with fewer than 4 debuffs, that ally gains 30% potency until the end of the turn. I mean, that's okay, I guess. I mean, it's kind of not like Wampa. Hopefully your opponent's just going to have a bunch of debuffs. But I mean, this is just something to keep in mind, folks. I mean, it's we're going to have to plan around that. We're gonna have to have archetypes for all of this, and I think we're going to mostly just sit here and be happy with what we have, frankly, is what my guess is. We're not going to be re-rolling these a whole lot, these stats, because you have to get all the way to level 9 if you want to restart them. So, a lot of interesting stuff here, guys. I mean, another thing to point out is these stats are not modified at all by mods. So for instance, if this tenacity if it's like, well, here, let's go back and look at this. So protection here, this protection is that it's just off of straight protection. It's not affected by mods at all. So like mods apply their total bonus, and then this applies its bonus, and it's additive, but they don't, like, the protection doesn't just say, okay, you had 60,000 protection, mods gave you another 40,000, so there's 100% protection, or whatever, or 100k protection, and then on top of this, you get another 20% off of the 100k. That's not how it works. it's just, you know, you gain 20% protection from this, and you gain 60% protection or whatever it is from mods. So you know, they don't really interact with mods, which is fine. I'm torn, guys. So I think the generalized strategy right now is just going to be get your stuff up to 3. Get it up to level 3. And then maybe just pump the brakes a little bit. If you get real excited, maybe get it to 5. Maybe the 6, but maybe just pump the brakes a little bit and see where you want to be at. I'll be looking at all the different potential combinations and stuff, and you know, I'll be putting out a video on what's going to be the best stuff as far as I see. I just don't know, guys. So here's Datacrons. One thing so if you want to look at potential things, you can go here. Oh, you guys can't even see it. My face is blocking it. Hold on, folks. This is gonna be crazy. All right, so you see where my face used to be, there's this little white eye. If you click there, then you get to this. All right, and now I can't bear to leave you guys without seeing my face. How sad, how tragic. Then you can see what all of these possible mechanics are gonna be. So you can kind of plan in advance. So like the light side and dark side are actually the exact same. So I thought that was interesting. Oh, one other thing to point out, folks. So there are going to be some squads that you can benefit from these things for half the squad and the other half not benefit from it. Kind of. Remember how people were asking, and I covered this before, if some of the squad aren't Relic 3 and other parts of the squad are, can anyone in the squad benefit? Can the Relic 3 characters benefit? And the answer was no, they all have to be Relic 3. So in the context of everyone being Relic 3, you can still benefit from these dark side mechanics because you're going to be able to have, I mean, just the dark side, but if the dark side characters on a Star Killer team are together, everyone's Relic 3, then you can still benefit, just not your whole squad. Same with bounty hunters. So we're gonna get some of that, but that also leads to some really interesting stuff too. You can do the same thing for squad, and when you do that, here, let me go back to that little slideshow thing, because this is really interesting. So the Inquisitorius stuff, guys, you guys remember how Inquisitorius goes with Lord Vader really well in GAC. Maybe you don't, but here's the thing: if you put this on a Lord Vader squad, then you get the dark side bonus. But then on top of that, if you just put a couple Inquisitorius characters here, then Inquisitorius allies gain 1 stack of Retaliate for 3 turns, which can't be copied, blah, 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 blah. So every time they get a turn, they get an extra stack. And then what happens is when damaged by an attack, deal 20% of the damage received per stack to the attacker. This damage can't defeat enemies. So this is the same thing that we all have learned to hate about Padme in Conquest. This is the one where you kick her, she kicks you back way harder. And you can do that now, but if you put it on a couple Inquisitorius tank, like if you put it on your tank character, it's like that should just stop Fennec from being able to beat you, whether or not that makes you happy or not. Whether or not that makes you happy or not, gosh, that is another matter. But you know, bounty hunters might have a way to get around it. I'm not sure. Yeah, you might be able to use like Mandalorian or something, but it's going to change a lot of the basic squad dynamics as well. I don't know, guys. Just some stuff that I've been thinking about, that I've been noticing. Let me know what your thoughts are. What are your initial thoughts on Datacrons? They look interesting. I mean, I'm already like trying to problem solve things. I don't know if it's going to be good for the game. It's good to look at this stuff and figure it out, though. Lots of interesting stuff floating around. Go join a Discord server, and let's all figure it out together, guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and remember that in all things, Xeris prevails.